Hello, friends. Welcome to my very humble vlog. It's been a few weeks since I've recorded anything, but because I have some videos coming out soon, I decided that now would probably be a good time to post a new vlog. But anyway, I don't think I mentioned this in the last video because this is the second video I've done in my room. But I now have a desk, and so this is what you guys are sat on. You are being put upon this desk so that I can do these vlogs. Because I usually do them. I usually do them out in the living room, but now that I have this, I'm like, oh, I can put things on here. I can actually record stuff on here. So, anyway, so this is my room. I showed you last time. I put up this Agents of Shield print that I got a few months back. But anyway, I now have two posters next to it. Two Guardians of the Galaxy posters. This one I got at the 17-minute preview that came out a few weeks before the movie, and then this one over here. I don't know how my head is blocking either of these, but this poster I got when I went and saw it in IMAX 3D this past week because it's now in theaters and you should go see it if you haven't. But they handed out these posters, and so I have that, and so now they're framed pretty equally. This one's maybe a little too far that way, but it's fine. I'm not gonna move it. I don't care. So yeah, so now it's nice to have things on my walls in my room because I've only had like a bookshelf, like a single shelf that I use behind me when I'm recording my comics related videos, and that's pretty much been the only things that are up here. So I have a couple of other comic book posters, and so I think I'm just gonna put them up in my room. So anyway, Guardians came out. I've seen it twice already. I saw it the first night, Thursday night, like around midnight. I saw that, and it's really good. You should go see it. Like I said, the first time I saw it in IMAX 3D, and then last night I saw it with another group of friends in just 3D. So no IMAX, but so one thing that happened that's kind of funny. On our way out of the movie theater. So sometimes when I see people who I've met, like briefly, if I ever see them out in public, I kind of go into this, not anxiety mode. It's not anxiety. It's just like, if I like, especially if I meet eye contact with them, I kind of go inward and I'm just like, do I say hello to them? Like, how far are we along in our friendship that I would say hello to them in public? Like, is it just going to be awkward? Are they going to remember me? Do I even have anything that I can say to them aside from like, hey, hey, it's you. And so anyway, while we were walking out, there was a guy in front of us who held the door open for us as we were walking out. And we met eyes, and I remembered that I had met him at Naruto Japanese Ramen, which is I've talked about it before, so you should just check out my old vlogs. It's a great ramen place here in Anchorage. But one time I went and sat up at the, they have like a bar there. So they have like all these tables and booths, but usually since I'm there alone, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just sit up at the bar. But this one time I went, there was a guy there, and he had an appetizer that I didn't really know what that was, so I asked him about it, and then we started talking, and I found out he was this chef at this really nice restaurant here, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then that was kind of it. But anyway, so the guy who held the door open for us, it was this guy, and we met eyes, and he like continued going, and so then all of a sudden I was like, wait, so should I say hello to? Should I? I mean, like if he saw me, he probably would have said something if he remembered. But so maybe I shouldn't. But anyway, so as he was kind of walking away and going. We were now in the lobby, and he was walking out the door to the outside. I was like, hey, you in the yellow jacket, because he was wearing a yellow jacket, and I was just like, hey, and he like continued going, and it probably got awkward enough to a point where I should have stopped. I should have been like, this is just sad. So, but I kept going. I was persistent and was just like, hey, and eventually he stopped and like kind of looked confused. And I'm sure he was like, what is about to happen? Like, I don't really know. But I was like, hey, I know you. Like, we met once at the ramen place. I think your name is blank. And or I was like, is this your name? And anyway, he says he remembers, but I was like, oh, cool, how are you doing? He's like, oh, good. And I was like, what'd you go see? He went and saw the newest X-Men movie. And I was like, oh, sweet, like, how'd you like it? And he said he enjoyed it, but anyway, so it was just kind of awkward there for a second, but I'm glad that I said something. It was definitely nice having the support of other people around me who could back me up in the case it was just super awkward, or could at least joke with me about it if it ended up just being the worst. But most everyone really enjoyed the movie, so yeah, it's really good, and I'm actually as glad to see it a second time. I want to see it one more time in non 3D. But anyway, it was great. Then what else? So I put out a video that is like a intro guide to Guardians of the Galaxy and like the characters and all that stuff. And so last week I started looking for different people either on Twitter or Facebook that might actually really enjoy the video and that would maybe be nice enough to repost it on either their walls or whatever, because that helps get these videos out. And so anyway, I stumbled across a website and Facebook page called Geeks Under Grace, and it's a staff of Christian geeks, or nerdy people who like nerdy things and want to do reviews and all that kind of stuff. And so I ended up sending them my video and was like, hey, if you get a chance, could you post this on y'all's timeline? Like, if you have a slow day or, just want to be nice, please. And anyway, they actually really liked my video, and so they were like, hey, we'd love if you produce some content for us. Like, that'd be great. So I actually will be probably writing some comic reviews and stuff for them, and probably will put some comics related stuff. So I may eventually have some like links that I'll send you guys to, so you can check that out. But I am going to be doing a Guardians of the Galaxy review. Probably this week. I'm working on an intro, like a little stinger to put at the beginning of the video that'll kind of have like my logo and maybe just a little like tagline or something. So I'm kind of waiting to see if I should just put out the video now or if I should try to finish this intro. I don't really know. So we'll see. But I definitely have some new videos that are coming out, and luckily, because some of the trailers that they showed were comics related, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I should probably do a video for that. So it was kind of nice to see that. So there are more videos that are going to be coming out soon. Please let me know if there's anything that you want to see, because I would rather make videos that I can only guess what people would want. But if there's a video that you're like, oh man, I wish I knew more about this character, or I have some questions about Guardians of the Galaxy, then that would be great. I could definitely answer that. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else going on this week, I don't think. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna take it easy and lounge a little bit. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. And if you have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you need to just go watch it. Just right now. I realize that it's either midday whenever I post this, or right now it's almost midnight. So it is probably an inconvenient time for you, but you should just go see it anyway. And take some friends. Take some friends. It's right now. It's like I think it's the highest grossing Marvel movie, or at least opening weekend. I think. I don't remember. They've made a lot of money internationally, so you should just go see it. Anyway, have a great day, and check out my other videos, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.